Well guys, the day before is once again back, and the last time they were here, they created this huge commotion in the gaming community. They even got to list their game, the day before, as one of the most anticipated games out there, which is coming from an indie developer. I have never ever seen any indie project that got so much love and so much support from all the gaming community, and the developers decide to right out scam the entire fan base that really hoped a lot from these guys, and now it seems like they're not done with it. Fntastic, the guys behind the day before, they are once again back, and this time they even have the audacity to bring something even much bigger than what they've already done with the day before. Now here's the official statement, which is coming from Fntastic, and this is their official Twitter page, and here they have just started this on September 27th. They just said this right out of the blue, stating that once you helped us create Fntastic through Kickstarter, today we need your help again to bring Fntastic back, and we need you guys to learn and support us. And if you go down to this website that they've just linked here, you'll actually see that they're once again running an entire campaign to bring back Fntastic. And according to them, they're just saying that, you know, they're trying to build the trust that they once lost. And honestly, I've got to say, it's not something they lost. It's something they tried to scam out of people. They took funding from fans, from people that were just hoping to get some good game out in the community, and they showed off a lot of fake footages and a lot of fake trailers, and the entire game itself turned out to be fake. So they basically just scammed the shit out of all the people out there, and now they're finally back, stating that they're gonna reform their entire organization and they're gonna name it as Fntastic 2.0. Now this is what they said. Help Fntastic return. Once you help us create Fntastic with Kickstarter, which means that you can take action, and then it's going to take you to their fundraiser page where you can help support these scam developers in order to go ahead and do the same thing once again as what they did with the day before. So they basically take all the money that you can offer them, and they falsely just advertised a game which does not exist. And after they do that, they just try to behave as though, you know, it's not their fault. They tried their best and whatnot. So all the funding that we are putting in here, it's basically used as a loan, pretty much like anyone taking money from the bank and then doubling that money and then returning it back to the investors. It's pretty much what these guys did, but then what's misleading here is that they scammed straight up all the people, making them believe on something that's falsely advertised, and then they returned the money by simply just refunding those people who funded the game by purchasing it when they released it on Steam. Now, of course, the game that they released it on Steam was an absolute garbage. It was nothing like what they actually showed off the day before game to be. So here we go. So if you take a look at their website, it says, "We deeply apologize to everyone for the day before and take full responsibility for what happened." All right. So now we want you guys to take a look at our plan for Fntastic 2.0, where we'll share how we'll fix our past mistakes and prepare to return better. Now, if you go ahead and read the plan, which we will do in a second. Now, before that, they've also given us some more updates on what upcoming games they have in line. And to be honest, I don't know if these games are even true. And honestly, most of them are once again fake. They're just trying to, you know, raise fund and then double it. Probably they're going to invest in some sort of cryptos or markets out there and double it, make profit. And once they do it, they just, you know, going to run scams all over, and people would go ahead and fund their game not knowing what the truth is, and that's how they make hell lot of money. And this is a very good strategy in order to, you know, lure in players that really want to have some good game, and you can just milk the shit out of them by making a lot of money. And this is exactly what these developers are doing, and I think it's straight up scam, and they are now once again back. Now if you go ahead and read this plan, let's go ahead and see what they have in store for us. So apparently we need to download this stuff in order to know what their plans are. Come on, honestly, you can't even put your plans out there on your website and you expect people to go ahead and raise fund. You want me to download the PDF in order to know what you guys are working on? I don't know what kind of virus you have in there, in that file that I need to download, that could, you know, take away some of my private information. It might have some malware, which could, you know, infect the system that you're running it on. So obviously not everyone's going to know that. And these scammers, they could definitely get all the information out there without you even knowing what's going to happen. Now, if you go down to their take action page here, you don't need to download anything. All you have to do is just let's support them, follow them on Discord. If you go down here, you'll actually see that you can basically fundraise for these guys. And they're making this new game called Escape Factory, and it's going to be like a free-to-play game. It's like an indie bullshit that they're making. Once again, of course, even if this game is good, I don't know, man. Honestly, this is basically how much they've gathered so far. Honestly, I don't know why people even do this, but yo, 27 days to go, 32 brackets, and they are just raising about $15,000 in order to make this game. And they actually have $2,000 already pledged by players. Can you believe it? People actually donate to these guys in order to just believing that they're going to be making some great games. I honestly don't know. After what they've done with the day before, a huge disappointment. I absolutely have no hopes whatsoever from these developers. They are even selling merchandise. We can go ahead and wishlist their game. I wouldn't want to. Honestly, this is basically all they have to say. Now, if you go down to upcoming games and if you click at their page, the only thing that you're going to be seeing here is basically Escape Factory, and then there's like an unannounced game, an innovative game in the prop hunt genre. Now, they've already created a game that is based on the prop hunt genre, and that was basically an indie game. Not many people really liked it. It kind of just died out very quick. So now they're once again back, and they're saying that, they need our support and they need us to, fund their games and whatnot. So basically, all these guys do is take your money and create whatever indie project they can, and basically just build off the fame that they're going to get from this. And after that, they're going to put out this huge fake game, a AAA looking game, and they're going to take as much fund as they possibly can. And they'll just pretend like they developed this whole game. Whilst with the day before, if you go ahead and check the history of that game, it was a massive scam, and there was no game in the history that I have ever seen so far that has scammed the player base this freaking hard. And honestly, I have no words as to what these guys are capable of. Now, when I saw for the very first time as to what they showed off with the day before, the only thing that kind of just processed through my mind is that this game, it's definitely very hard to believe that it's even true. It could happen or maybe not. It's just too hard to believe at this point because the game looked way too further on futuristic for whatever games that we've seen so far. Like even The Division, which is being made by Ubisoft, that game itself did not get to the potential of what it was shown at the E3. So I was basically, thinking like, okay, even if they kind of just go ahead and show off this gameplay, which looks really shiny, really amazing, it looks very good, way better than any AAA production. Maybe during the release, they might kind of just, tweak some things out, and maybe the game isn't exactly going to look like what it looks right now. So obviously, there's going to be downgrades and whatnot. So that's basically what I was expecting, but I never expected the entire game to be fake. And that's just ridiculous at this point. So when the day before released, when it launched, the developers contacted me. They sent me this key for the game, and they said they would just love me to go ahead and review this game. And honestly, I kind of did play the game for a couple of hours. It kind of did feel good, but then it was not exactly what they represented. So it's basically just a looter shooter game where you just loot and then extract, and then that's basically all the game is about. And you go back to your hub, the base, whatever they have, and you can purchase different kinds of items and then go back into the world. It's basically an extraction game. Pretty much just mentioned the game as an extraction game, but they did not. They decided to go ahead and do something ridiculous and advertise the game as an open world survival game where you could build this base and whatnot. And the only thing you could build with this game was bullshit and literally nothing else. There was no base building. There was literally nothing that they promised. The only thing that we saw was like a pre-built house, which literally had nothing to do with the game or whatsoever. It was an absolute disaster, honestly. Me and my friends, trust me, we were so excited for this game when it was announced. We had so much hope for this game and for the developers. We really thought that, someone from the indie team finally understands what gamers want. And that's what these guys represented. And that really made me and all of my friends who have been playing survival games for all these years, like DayZ, Miscreated, and so many good games, man, Rust and all that stuff. So if you are someone that really loves survival games, which is open world, which has like unpredictable multiplayer action survival aspect, you'd probably know that the day before came out as that one game, which kind of just topped and exceeded all the expectations that any survival game could ask for. It was a zombie game. It had an open world that was massive, which had Really amazing graphics, by the way. Kind of just look like Tom Clancy's The Division in most of the aspects. And looking at a survival game that looks so good, and also the mechanism that they showed off with the game, like you could literally fix a flat tire, and like the driving mechanism and stuff, the shooting and the looting and the way your character moves and all the things that you could do with the animations. I literally thought that this could be a game that could basically turn the entire role-playing aspect to a whole new level. And that's how I personally felt about The Day Before. Because I don't know how many of you guys have watched the role-playing videos of GTA Online or even DayZ and most of these survival games, open world games. Like Player have these modded role-playing versions of these games, and it is one of the most fun servers to play on. And the only thing that I think the entire gaming community was waiting for is actually to have an open world survival game that has like a massive focus on role-playing aspect. And even if some people don't want to roleplay, it's fine. You can just go in and PvP and stuff and whatnot. So the game basically needs to give you like a whole freedom where you could do whatever you want. And that's something I really kind of expected from The Day Before. And now they finally disappointed me to a whole another scale. And all the people that kind of believed in them, the millions of dollars that they generated from the Kickstarter project, and all the developers that they hired for absolutely free, they did not pay anyone that worked on this project. So they basically just hired people from online who really were just volunteering in order to, develop this game. I've never seen someone voluntarily go ahead and develop this game, but a lot of people did show their support and did that stuff. And after all that effort, the only thing that you guys could do is basically at least make sure that you're paying these guys that put their work, heart, and soul into this game's development. Neither did you guys do that, nor did you guys even have any sort of integrity in order to give what the community really wanted. Even if it's not the game that you guys promised us, the least you could do is at least give us something for what we've been waiting for. But no, the only thing they did was basically just cancel the game, refund for those of you guys who purchased it right like a couple days, like 2 days after the game launched, and that's it. And these guys are once again back, and they're now asking for us to go ahead and help them in order to rebuild what Fntastic once was. And that's just ridiculous, honestly. Ridiculous. Now, they've even posted this tweet recently on their official Twitter page where they say that regaining trust will be tough, but we're motivated to bring more games if our Kickstarter succeeds, which I really hope it does not. And you guys are definitely going to be scamming a lot of people. Now, with its all nothing model, contributions will be refunded if we miss the target. Exactly. You see, they basically know what they're doing right here, lads. They pretty much just mentioned it right here so that in case, if you guys go ahead and fund their project and they don't deliver, you can't really sue them. You can't do anything. You can go to court. You can sue them stating that they misled fans or whatnot, because they made this statement which says contributions will be refunded if we miss the target. Which means that they're 100% going to miss the target. That's 100% sure, because this company only focuses on scamming people, getting their fund for a short amount of time, investing it somewhere else, and making profit, and then returning it to them by simply just saying that we kind of missed the target. We kind of had a vision for the game, but then it's not possible because we missed the target. We're sorry, lads. So that's basically all they're doing right here. And they have the audacity to once again come back and believe that players are going to support them. And there's like 159 likes on their tweet. Like, honestly, man, this is one of the most disgusting development teams that I've seen. Now, I even posted as a reply to their tweet where I said, you guys are blessed with so much fans and hopes from the community towards your bright promises. Many dev teams dreamed of getting the exposure that you guys received. Honestly, they had one of the best exposures. They could have easily gone from an indie project development studio to like a AAA studio if they did the things right, if they used all of that fan base and support the right way. So that's what I said. What you've done is to throw away all of that so easily, so you guys could have grown into like an AAA industry, but no. You guys really had to do it wrong. And I'm really happy that some people are at least standing up to them. Like it's same Darky. He's saying that yes, he's right, because you guys decided to make something that was only meant to be a quick cash grab and worse. And you guys pretty much just went into hiding while Steam was forcing you guys to refund the players that you scammed them out on. Now, honestly, Steam was literally forcing these guys to, refund the game. They even removed the game from Steam page and they just pretended like you have copyright issues. It's just, the watermark or the name and all that stuff, like complete bullshit stuff. Okay. So these guys definitely don't know what they're doing, or at least in terms of video game development, but they're really good when it comes to scamming and making people believe in false promises. And honestly, man, I'm really disappointed to see that you guys are supporting this stuff. Why are you guys even doing it? I've seen like a couple of people, $2,000 being raised for this game. Are you guys even nuts? What are you guys doing? This whole developer scene, I don't know, man. I don't trust them. I never do, and I'm never going to until they just go ahead and drop a game that is worth it. And let me decide if I need to buy the game after I go ahead and review it or play it or see whatever they have to show, if it's legit or not. And once the game releases, and if they can prove themselves to us gamers, that is when I'm going to finally trust these guys. But until then, no Kickstarters. And I don't know about you guys. It's your adults. You can, of course, choose your own decisions. Let me know in the comments down below. Will you be one of those guys who are going to go ahead and support Fntastic 2.0 in order to go ahead and do whatever they're trying to do right now? Or are you guys done just like me? I would love to know your opinions down below in the comments. Please just go down in the comments, leave your feedbacks, because your feedbacks, it's going to make a very good conversation. It's going to let all of these developers who are going to watch these videos, and they're just pretty much going to get mad that I spoke all of these things. And honestly, if any of you guys from the development team are watching it, it's not hate that I'm spreading on you guys. It's legit disappointment that you guys have thrown into all of us gamers. Me being a gamer myself, it's disappointing what you guys have done. And it's extremely hard for you guys to, gain back the trust that you lost. And the only way to do it, it's not from Kickstarter. It's from giving us a good game. And I honestly don't know. Maybe you should go ahead and create a new studio, because I don't think Fntastic is going to work any longer. But I am pretty sure that if it doesn't work, these guys are most probably going to go ahead and create a new studio and once again start the same scam in a different name. These things are just going to keep happening. And I really hope Kickstarter does like a background check on who the guys are, if they've scammed in their previous projects or whatnot, before they accept, allow them into Kickstarter projects and all that stuff. So I really hope they do that stuff. But I would love to know what you guys have to say down below in the comments. Leave your feedbacks. I would love to hear them. I would love to reply to as many of you guys as I possibly can. Now, with that being said, if you guys want to stay updated with whatever is going on in the gaming community, from news, updates, gameplays, trailers, leaks, releases, every single thing that you guys need about upcoming open world games, we're definitely going to have like a full-on discussion, news, updates, everything on this channel every single day. And the best part about YouTube is that you can subscribe for absolutely free. You don't have anything to lose, not a penny to lose. And at the same time, you guys will stay updated with whatever information that I share with you guys every single day. Now, with that being said, if you guys are not going to support Fntastic, drop a like on this video, show your support to the video. Let us see how many people are not going to be supporting these scam developers anymore. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys did have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.